Hi everybody. Today I thought I'd tackle the slightly difficult subject called distance healing. I'll attempt to explain how it works. This is going to be my explanation of how I believe it works at the moment, and if tomorrow I learn some more information that seems more pertinent and seems more like my truth, then I will quite happily move away from what I'm saying now. You know, it's not about being correct or right, it's what I believe at the moment with the information I know. So bear with me. There may be quantum physicists out there who are going, she's talking the biggest load of rot. I don't know. Anyway, so recently I posted on the Point of Balance page the podcast that I did with the wonderful Jane Pike when we were over in America together. It was such fun. We could have talked for hours, but thankfully we kept it relatively short. But in that, I mentioned distance healing. And I know a lot of people find it very difficult to understand how, if I'm, say, in the middle of Wales, how in any way, shape or form I could help somebody who lives 5 miles away, let alone 500 or 5,000, or as I have, worked with people in New Zealand and Australia, truly the other side of the world. The thing is that the word distance, I think, gets in the way and affects the way we think about it, because that infers a time and a space. It'll take a time to do the distance to get to the other person. But the way that I'm working is actually in the quantum field. Now, as I've been banging on about, everything is energy and everything is connected. When you go into the quantum field, there is no distance. There's no separation. So my theory, of how distance healing or distance work happens is that I set an intention. So it can be somebody I know, somebody I don't know. I've just been given a name. This has happened quite frequently. People have phoned me up and they have a friend in need who's in hospital. Oh, hello, there's a floss appearing. And I just go with that. I don't need to know who they are, how old they are, what's the problem with them, because my work is about helping every system find the information it needs to come back into balance, to help it access it. But the system itself knows what it needs. I'm just merely there as a catalyst or a facilitator to help them step in, find that information and use it. So when I'm working distance, say I'm given a name, my intention goes to that name, to that person. I don't need to know who they are. The intention is enough. I'm putting out that, if you like, an electromagnetic frequency into the field, which then matches with the electromagnetic frequency of that person. I don't need to know how to do it, how to form it. It just is. And the connection is immediate. It's not a matter, it's got to travel 10,000 miles over to Australia, so it's going to take ages. Distance doesn't come into it. So then, in essence, it's just, for me, my work is just the same as working in person. It's just that I haven't got the physical body of the person or the animal in front of me. I am working with them, with their system, in the quantum field. It's conditioning the field, it's affecting the field around them, and hopefully it helps them access what they need to come back into balance and back into health. It's a hard one, I know, especially we are such people of things, substance, solid, and the fact that everything is energy is quite a hard one to get your head around. But if you can step into that place, then it doesn't become so unimaginable that the connection can be made. And then as far as the effect on the other system, there have been many studies done now on intention and prayer, sometimes for people who know they're being prayed for, sometimes for people they don't, who don't know they're being prayed for. And that's in essence is distance work. And there's a measurable difference. I know, I'm pretty sure they've done a study on heart patients, and one batch of heart patients, a certain number of names who'd had the same sort of heart complaint, they were prayed for, and the other part weren't. And it was a randomised experiment, and the people who had the heart complaint, they didn't know it was happening, so you were even taking away the placebo effect with that. And they found that the half that had been prayed for healed more quickly, far less relapses, and were much healthier because of the prayer, the intervention. So it's not just me banging on about it. There are plenty of other people doing it, and there are beginning to be, quite quantitative studies to show that this actually occurs. But I've really, as a scientist, would like to know how. And that's my feeling, is that we work in the field, the intention is there, the link is made, and that's all that needs to happen. I hope that has, given you a little bit of clarity and not muddied the waters even more. But I'll be putting a blog up about it on my website very soon, which will go into a bit more detail. But in essence, that's how I think it works. So hope you have a lovely day. I shall continue my walk down this beautiful lane we have. And Flossie, keep looking for hares. Okay, take care. Bye.